This fact might shock you that every 37 seconds, someone dies from cardiovascular disease. That's about 2,300 people a day, just in the US alone. And many of these deaths stem from complications that often begin with a silent killer, blood clots. These clots can form quietly in the body without a single symptom until they suddenly cause a stroke, heart attack, or a pulmonary embolism. What's even scarier is that by the time you know something is wrong, it might already be too late. And while medical treatments exist, prevention is where the real power lies. The good news? You don't need a pharmacy to start. What if I told you that something as simple as the fruits you eat can play a critical role in reducing the risk of dangerous blood clots? Today, we're exploring the 7 fruits, backed by science, that can help keep your blood flowing freely and your heart, brain, and lungs safer for it. First up, let's talk about pineapple. Pineapple, not just the sweet, juicy fruit you toss into smoothies or grill at barbecues, but a seriously underrated natural tool for supporting heart and blood vessel health. Pineapple's secret weapon is an enzyme called bromelain, and trust me, this stuff is more than just a digestive aid. Bromelain is a natural enzyme primarily found in the stem and juice of pineapples. What makes it fascinating is its fibrinolytic activity, a fancy way of saying it helps break down fibrin, the protein involved in blood clot formation. And this isn't just theoretical. A study published in Plantamedica found that bromelain not only breaks down fibrin, but also reduces platelet aggregation, the clumping together of blood cells that forms dangerous clots. In simple terms, it keeps your blood flowing smoothly, without the sticky buildup that can trigger strokes or heart attacks. Another study in Biotechnology Research International highlighted bromelain's potential to reduce blood viscosity. That's the thickness of your blood. When your blood is too thick, it moves more slowly, increasing the risk of clots. Bromelain was shown to improve circulation and reduce inflammation in individuals with cardiovascular risks, making it a promising candidate for natural prevention. But that's not all. Pineapple is also a rich source of vitamin C and manganese, both of which contribute to healthy blood vessels and combat oxidative stress. Oxidative damage to the inner lining of blood vessels, the endothelium, can trigger clotting mechanisms, so antioxidants really matter here. Now, how should you enjoy pineapple to get these benefits? Fresh pineapple is ideal, especially if you include some of the core where bromelain is most concentrated. You can eat about half a cup to a cup per day, or even juice it. Just drink it fresh, since bromelain can degrade with heat and time. Quick heads up though, if you're on blood thinners like warfarin or have a bleeding disorder, talk to your doctor first. Bromelain can enhance anticoagulant effects, which is powerful but needs to be used wisely. Nature's pharmacy is amazing, but like all good things, balance is key. Then there's pomegranate. Ever wonder if something as simple as a fruit juice could protect your heart and help prevent blood clots? Well, meet pomegranate, nature's bold red powerhouse. This fruit has been prized for centuries, not just for its flavor, but for its healing properties. And modern science is finally catching up to what ancient cultures already suspected. Pomegranate is incredibly good for your blood vessels. What makes pomegranate so special? It's packed with polyphenol, particularly punicalagins and anthocyanins, 2 antioxidants that have been shown to fight oxidative stress and inflammation, both of which are key contributors to blood clot formation. These compounds work at the cellular level, improving the health of your endothelium, the lining of your blood vessels. A healthier endothelium means better circulation, less risk of blood platelets sticking together, and ultimately, a reduced risk of clots. In a fascinating study published in Clinical Nutrition, patients with carotid artery stenosis, a narrowing of the arteries that supply blood to the brain, were given pomegranate juice daily for 1 year. The results? Not only did the juice slow the progression of arterial plaque, but it also reduced systolic blood pressure by up to 21%. That's a big deal when you realize that even a small drop in blood pressure can significantly lower the risk of stroke and heart disease. Another study published in Atherosclerosis highlighted how pomegranate juice increases nitric oxide production, helping blood vessels relax and expand. This improved blood flow naturally lowers the chance of clots forming and sticking in narrowed arteries. The sweet spot. Drinking about 4 to 6 ounces of unsweetened pomegranate juice per day. That's enough to give you the benefits without overloading on sugar. But a quick word of caution. Pomegranate can interact with medications like statins and warfarin, so if you're taking those, talk to your doctor before making it a daily habit. Still, for most people, adding this jewel-tone juice to your diet is a simple, delicious way to support your heart and circulation, one glass at a time. Oranges and citrus fruits in general often get credit for boosting immunity, but they deserve attention for their circulatory benefits, too. Did you know that something as everyday as an orange could actually help keep your blood flowing smoothly? Yup, that bright, zesty fruit sitting in your fruit bowl isn't just a breakfast staple. It's quietly working behind the scenes to support your cardiovascular health, especially when it comes to reducing the risk of blood clots. The real hero here is a natural plant compound called hesperidin, a type of flavonoid that's particularly concentrated in the peel and the white pith, the part most of us tend to throw away. Hesperidin has been shown to improve endothelial function, which means it helps the lining of your blood vessels stay healthy and responsive. This is crucial because damaged or inflamed blood vessels are one of the main triggers for clot formation. In a clinical trial published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition, participants who drank orange juice rich in hesperidin daily experienced improved vasodilation. That's a fancy way of saying their blood vessels could relax and widen more effectively, reducing the risk of clots and lowering blood pressure. Even more compelling, the study showed less platelet aggregation in those individuals, meaning their blood was less sticky and less likely to form dangerous clots. And let's not forget about vitamin C. Oranges are loaded with it. While we often think of vitamin C as the go-to for colds, it's also key for collagen production, which helps maintain the structural integrity of blood vessel walls. Stronger vessels are less prone to rupture or dysfunction, both of which are risk factors for clotting. If you want the full benefits, go for the whole fruit instead of just juice. Eating 1 to 2 oranges a day, including some of that white pith, can give you a solid dose of hesperidin without the added sugar spike of juice. Just a heads up, if you have acid reflux or you're on a potassium-restricted diet, like some people with kidney issues, it's best to enjoy oranges in moderation and check with your doctor. So next time you're peeling an orange, don't toss out that white stuff. It might just be the most powerful part. Next up, grapes. Grapes, especially the darker varieties like red and black, are more than just a sweet snack or a base for wine. They're packed with compounds that can actively support your cardiovascular system and help reduce the risk of dangerous blood clots. The stars of the show here are resveratrol and quercetin, 2 polyphenol with well-documented heart protective properties. Resveratrol gained global attention due to its link to the French paradox, the curious observation that the French have relatively low rates of heart disease despite a diet rich in fats. Researchers believe one major factor is their regular consumption of red wine, which is abundant in resveratrol. This compound works on multiple fronts. It reduces platelet aggregation, meaning it keeps your blood from becoming too sticky, and it boosts nitric oxide production, helping blood vessels relax and improve circulation. Together, these effects lower the chances of clots forming, particularly in at-risk arteries. Quercetin, another major antioxidant in grapes, adds a strong anti-inflammatory and vascular protective layer to the mix. It's been shown to neutralize free radicals and help calm inflammation inside blood vessels, a key factor in reducing clot risk and preventing conditions like atherosclerosis. One especially interesting study on Concord grape juice showed that daily consumption led to a significant reduction in platelet aggregation in healthy adults after just 2 weeks. That's a pretty quick turnaround for something as simple as a glass of juice. But while grape juice is effective, fresh grapes with the skin on are even better. That's where the highest concentration of resveratrol and quercetin is found. Aim for about 1 cup of fresh red or black grapes a day. They make an easy addition to breakfast, salads, or snacks. And while red wine does contain resveratrol, it's important to remember it also contains alcohol, which can carry its health risks. For people with liver issues, blood pressure concerns, or a history of substance use, wine isn't the best choice. The benefits of grapes can be fully enjoyed alcohol-free, and your heart will thank you for it. Watermelon may not be the first fruit that comes to mind when thinking of blood clot prevention, but it has a secret weapon. Watermelon might seem like just a refreshing summer treat, but it's actually doing more for your cardiovascular system than you might expect. Behind its juicy sweetness lies a powerful amino acid called L-citrulline, which plays a direct role in supporting blood flow and reducing the risk of clot formation. L-citrulline works by boosting the body's production of nitric oxide, a gas molecule that causes blood vessels to dilate or relax and widen. When blood vessels are relaxed, circulation improves, blood pressure decreases, and the blood becomes less prone to clotting. In fact, poor nitric oxide production is a common factor in many cardiovascular diseases, including hypertension and atherosclerosis. A clinical trial conducted at Florida State University found that L-citrulline supplementation led to improved arterial function in middle-aged adults with elevated blood pressure. Participants showed enhanced vessel elasticity and reduced stiffness, both important factors in reducing clot risk. While the amounts of L-citrulline used in the study were higher than what you'd get from food alone, watermelon still serves as a natural and gentle way to support this important vascular pathway. But that's not all watermelon has to offer. It's also a great source of potassium, an essential mineral that helps balance fluid levels, reduce sodium retention, and maintain healthy blood pressure. On top of that, watermelon is rich in lycopene, the same antioxidant that gives tomatoes their red color. Lycopene has been linked to lower levels of oxidative stress and inflammation in the arteries, again, key contributors to clot development. For most people, enjoying 1 to 2 cups of fresh watermelon daily is a simple way to stay hydrated and give your circulatory system a natural boost. It's especially helpful during hot weather when dehydration can actually increase blood viscosity and clot risk. One quick note, because watermelon has a moderate glycemic index, people with diabetes or blood sugar concerns should enjoy it in moderation and ideally pair it with a source of protein or fiber to keep blood sugar stable. So next time you're slicing into a watermelon, know that you're not just cooling off. You're taking a sweet step toward healthier blood flow. Then there's kiwi, a small fruit with big benefits. Can something as small and fuzzy as a kiwi really help keep your blood flowing smoothly and reduce your risk of clots? Surprisingly, yes, and the science backing it up is pretty impressive. This little green fruit might not look like much, but it's packed with nutrients and natural compounds that can support heart health in a big way. Kiwi is particularly rich in vitamin K and vitamin C, both of which play important roles in maintaining healthy blood vessels and supporting proper circulation. But the standout here is an enzyme called actinidin, unique to kiwis, which aids in digestion and may also contribute to its cardiovascular benefits. However, the real anti-clotting magic comes from its effect on platelet activity, the cells in our blood that clump together to form clots. In a well-known study conducted in Norway, adults who ate 2 to 3 kiwis a day saw a significant reduction in platelet aggregation, which means their blood was less likely to form unwanted clots. Even more interesting, these same individuals also experienced lower triglyceride levels, which are fats in the blood that, when elevated, increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. What makes kiwi even more fascinating is its natural content of salicylates, plant compounds that act similarly to aspirin. These compounds may gently thin the blood and reduce inflammation, offering a potential alternative for people who can't tolerate low-dose aspirin due to stomach issues or other side effects. It's nature's version of a mild blood thinner, delivered in a juicy, tangy package. Eating 2 kiwis per day is a sweet spot for most people. They're easy to add to breakfast, smoothies, or even eat on their own as a snack. Just keep in mind, like aspirin, kiwi's blood-thinning effects may not be suitable for everyone. If you're taking anticoagulant medications like warfarin, or if you have a bleeding disorder, it's best to talk to your healthcare provider before making kiwi a daily habit. Still, for many, adding kiwi to the diet is a delicious and natural way to support a healthier, more fluid circulatory system, without the pill bottle. Finally, let's talk about berries, especially strawberries, blueberries, and blackberries. Berries might be small, but when it comes to heart health and blood clot prevention, they pack a serious punch. Loaded with antioxidants like anthocyanins, flavonoids, and vitamin C, these colorful fruits don't just taste good, they actively support your circulatory system and help keep your blood vessels clean and flowing. One of the key ways berries work is by reducing oxidative stress, which is the damage caused by free radicals in your body. Oxidative stress plays a major role in the development of atherosclerosis, the buildup of plaque inside arteries that can trigger clots. By neutralizing these harmful molecules, the antioxidants in berries help protect your blood vessels from damage and inflammation. Even more impressive is their effect on the endothelium, the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels. Healthy endothelial function is crucial for regulating blood flow and preventing clot formation. Berries help improve endothelial performance and enhance the availability of nitric oxide, which relaxes blood vessels and promotes smoother circulation. In fact, a longitudinal study tracking women over several years found that those who ate 3 or more servings of blueberries or strawberries per week had a 32% lower risk of heart attacks compared to women who consumed them less frequently. That's a major difference from a pretty simple habit. Berries also help inhibit platelet activation, meaning they make your blood less prone to clumping, a key step in preventing dangerous clots that can lead to heart attacks or strokes. This makes berries particularly valuable for people with cardiovascular risk factors or those looking to keep their blood pressure and cholesterol levels in check. About 1 cup of mixed berries per day, whether it's blueberries, strawberries, raspberries, or blackberries, is an easy and delicious target. You can toss them into smoothies, sprinkle them over cereal or oatmeal, mix them into salads, or simply enjoy them as a snack. Frozen berries retain most of their nutrients, so they're a great year-round option even when fresh ones are out of season. That said, individuals with kidney disease should be mindful. Berries contain potassium and oxalates, which can be problematic in large amounts if your kidneys aren't functioning optimally. But for most people, making berries a daily habit is a flavorful and science-backed way to support better circulation and reduce your clot risk naturally. It's also important to remember that while these fruits support circulation and reduce clot risk, overconsumption or mixing them with certain medications can cause problems. For example, taking blood thinners alongside high doses of bromelain or resveratrol could potentially increase bleeding. The key is balance and moderation. For most people, aiming to include 1 to 2 servings of one or more of these fruits daily is both practical and effective. If you want to boost their efficacy, try combining fruits with healthy fats like nuts or a small amount of dark chocolate. This can improve the absorption of fat-soluble antioxidants. Or consider pairing fruits like kiwi and berries in a vitamin C-rich smoothie with chia seeds for added omega-3s, which also support heart health. Simple combos like these can amplify benefits while keeping your diet delicious and easy to follow. In a world where we're often looking for the next miracle drug, it's empowering to realize that our everyday food choices can quietly but powerfully protect us. Blood clots may be silent, but your defense doesn't have to be. So why not start today? Try adding just one of these fruits into your routine this week and see how you feel. And hey, if you notice a difference or have a favorite recipe or combo, drop it in the comments. Your tip might be the one that helps someone else stay healthy. Remember, prevention isn't about fear, it's about freedom. And sometimes, it's as simple as what you put on your plate. Thank you for watching, and if you want to know more about healthy tips, subscribe today.